Hey everybody, it's the Ralph Show special. It's September 21st, 2016, and I just want to memorialize my son Bryan A. Thornhill, whose birthday was yesterday. He would have been 34, and I started to write a couple of things, put on Facebook, and it's just a feeling that came over me, like maybe people would sympathize with me, but most people on Facebook, me included, we just get on with our lives. We look at what's going on, sympathize, and move on. Facebook is kind of a move on thing, but this YouTube video will be around anytime I want to see it, or anyone else. So I only have a short period of time. I'll just get right into it. Bryan was born severely disabled. His whole life he was severely disabled. He never spoke. From an early age he had obvious difficulties. Muscle strength was low. He slumped over. He walked with the help of a walker briefly. I would say from 8 years old to early teens. But he had issues all his life. He had seizure activity that developed into a real serious thing. Pancreatitis, all kinds of blood, viruses, and lung issues, and you name it. He had biopsies for this, for that, blood tested for this and that. It was a very sad thing to watch what he went through. He did have good times, good happy times. Thankfully, it wasn't a total horror show for him, but believe me, I wouldn't have wanted to go through what he did. In fact, I stayed away. Often I stayed away for weeks. I couldn't take what he was going through. It was just too much. Cheryl, on the other hand, Cheryl always went. Doctor's appointments, she visited him when he was on his deathbed, which happened a couple of times or more. So his mother was really, really close to him. I was a little more distant because I always grieved watching him. I realized I can't even talk to my own son. Not his fault though, but I took it hard. And when he passed away in 2011, that moment he died, I was very happy. I actually got up, raised my arms, and said, in effect, yeah, thank God he's gone. No more suffering. He passed away in hospice March 29th, I think, 2011. So I just wanted to say a few words on his behalf. He was a wonderful boy. He was a silent boy. He had eyes, though, that sometimes told a story. You had to guess what he was thinking. Most of the time, you won't look at it, you look away. But once in a while, he'd look at you right in the eye, and there was something tremendous, something deep there. I know at one time I read his eyes; they were glazing over. He was in the throes of a beginning of a seizure, and when he had these seizures late in his life, they gave him a powerful sedative that knocked him out for 24 hours. So as he was about to, moments before he got that, I asked the attendant at his group home, can you just hold on a minute? And I prayed for him. And I actually did a little spiritual warfare in case there was any entities there. because when he was young, I encountered something. I looked into his eyes and he had tears in his eyes like that. I can't take it anymore. That's just what I saw. And but he was a wonderful person. He was a beautiful person. And everyone that ever met him loved him. He was just a wonderful soul, a sweet soul. Every once in a while he would get upset and angry, not violent, but he was just like, let me out of here. I think that's what he was feeling like. Let me out of here. I can't take this anymore. And there was nothing anyone could do. Just to watch. But he's with the Lord now. That's what I believe. He's in paradise. So part of this video is I want to convey, when you see people like him, I know everyone that's watching this, all my friends and family, we're all the kind of people that we sympathize greatly with people like Bryan. Girls and boys, men and women of all ages that didn't get the lucky break with the health to pursue their life and marry and have kids and enjoy themselves. These people are like, most of them, the ones that lived in Bryan's group home, were bedridden. Most couldn't speak. Most had to be fed. And it makes you wonder. Me and my buddy JC used to think, what kind of a God would allow this? But we'll find out. We can't answer all those philosophical questions. Put blame, dish out blame as if we know it all. But in the passion of the depths of despair for the other person, you tend to blame God. I did. I remember one time in particular, I lashed out at God. But when Bryan was young, he participated in Special Olympics, participated by sitting in his wheelchair and throwing a ball. And they measured the distance. And I remember, jeepers, how many people were there. It was really something, Down syndrome all the way to sitting in a wheelchair like Bryan. So I celebrate him and all those that have passed and are here that have disabilities. And I just want to share how lucky we are. When we complain, think of him. When you feel like complaining, there's a lot to complain about. I went through a heck of a lot when I was younger, early in my marriage and before. Paranoia, agoraphobia, not being able to go out, not being able to work, anger, frustration, fear. And when I look back, it still was something I could move on, which I did, where Bryan couldn't move on. And this is a tribute to him that, and I told him this before he died in hospice, I said, I couldn't have had a better son. I've always been proud of you. I've always loved you. Never regretted you. Never wished that I had some other son. It was always, there's something about him. I just was very drawn to him. So I'm thinking about you today, Bryan. And all my friends out there, I think of you too. God bless you. We'll see you. Talk to you soon.